Hey folks, this is question 2. We have to derive the function. So f dash x is equal to 6 when the derivative of 6 is 0. So derivative of x squared is 2x, and then the derivative of sin 4x. So the derivative of sin is cos, so it's going to be plus cos 4x, but then we have to apply the chain rule. So we have to multiply all of that by 4 because that's the derivative of the 4x. Therefore, we'll get 2x plus 4 cos 4x. Find the equation of the tangent to the curve at the point where x is equal to 0. If we just sub in a 0 into the above, f dash 0, we'll get 2 multiplied by 0 plus 4 cos of 4 times 0. And then 2 times 0 is obviously 0. That will give us cos of 0. And then that is 1. Therefore, we're going to be using the formula y minus y1 is equal to m by x minus x1. That's the formula we're going to be subbing into, and m will be equal to 1 because that's the slope, because we found the derivative at the point where x is 0, but we don't know what the x1 y1 is. Now I'm going to just sub 0 into the original and see what we get out. So f of 0 would be equal to 6 plus 0 squared plus sin of, it'll be sin of 0 because it's sin of 4 times 0. Therefore, sin of 0 is actually just 0 as well. So we get 6 plus 0 plus 0, so that gives me 6. So therefore, the point 0, 6 is on that is on the graph, is on that when you plot it on the curve. So the point 0, 6 is what we're going to use for x1, y1. So we're going to have y minus 6 is equal to 1 multiplied by x minus, and x1 is 0. So we just get y minus 6 is equal to x. And if I bring the x over to the other side, I get minus x plus y minus 6 is equal to 0. And that's the form that they want it in. Now this part is a bit trickier. G dash x, all G dash x means is it means the slope. Okay, so if we're talking about the slope here from there to there, you're talking about the rise over the run for the slope. So the rise over the run there, it goes up 1 for every 3 it goes across. Therefore, the slope is 1 over 3 from 0 up to 3. But then from 3 to 4, it's not that anymore. It's going to go across 1 and up 3. So the slope there is actually 3 over 1 or 3. Therefore, where is the slope greater than 2? Well, it's from 3 to 4 that is greater than 2. So in between 3 and 4. So 3 is less than x is less than 4, something like that, or 3 to 4. Find the value of g of 3. Well, if I just work out g of 3 first, g of 3 is where we just go to 3 on the x-axis. So 3 on the x-axis here, and I go up and I get my answer is 1 because it corresponds to 1. So therefore g of 3 is actually 1. So if I put a 1 in here instead of g of 3, so now I just have to get g of 1. And g of 1, then I have to go back to the graph a second time. And now I'm doing it for 1. So 1, I go up to here and I go across. So it's probably a little bit less than 0.5. It's probably 0.4. And they want your answer in the form a over b, so that's 2 over 5. Now for the third part, we have to understand the inverse function on a graph. Now they actually give us a big hint. If you know where the line y equals x is, it's a big hint. If you don't, then it's not a hint. So the line y equals x is this line that I'm drawing. It just goes, it's so where 1 is equal to 1, 2 is equal, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 4 is 4. So the points 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4 all have to be on the graph because y is equal to x. So when x is 1, y is 1. When x is 2, y is 2. and so on. So that's the line. So it's a reflection about that. So if we reflect that black line through the red line, okay, for example, this point, you'd have to go in a full box and out here, so that would go to there, and that you can kind of see then where it has to go. So it's just a straight line out there, and then to the top, and that's it. So that's it for question 2.